This is a book of American supernatural tales, and as you can see, it's pretty thick because there's a lot of them. Well, we just added another American supernatural tale to the pantheon. That would be Lovecraft Country. And now that it's over, what the hell is my final verdict? Let's find out right now. Hello everybody, welcome to Thumb Together TV. My name is Andrew Fantasia. Today we're going to be talking about Lovecraft Country, episode 10, Full Circle Together. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and give some love to that subscribe button as well. What the hell happened in Full Circle? Damned if I know, friend. This show has been a roller coaster of ups and downs, of awesome adventure, incredible intrigue, truly chilling horror, both supernatural and otherwise, led by two heroes that you can just never not root for because they're both so likable and so full of energy and passion and fun. Atticus and Letitia rock, plain and simple. This is a show that I had a ton of fun watching. But how did the finale make me feel? And I gotta be honest, the finale was a big disappointment for me. And I think a lot of that comes from the fact that I just did not care for Christina as a villain. It was made very clear from minute one of this episode that the whole finale was going to revolve around stopping Christina from finishing her spell. And when they finally did defeat her and the series ended and all was well again, I didn't feel any sense of satisfaction from that because I didn't spend 10 episodes hating Christina. I just didn't. When we met Mr. Braithwaite in episode 2, I hated that guy. I was like, I can't wait to see them beat him. They beat him in 20 minutes. Evil Sheriff in episode 1, I hated him. They killed him off in 20 minutes. And when we met second Evil Sheriff in episode 3, I really hated him. Here's our big bad. Here's the guy that it's going to be so much fun and so pleasurable to see taken down, because he was a typical just awful human being, racist cop. He was mean to the little girl and cast a curse on the little girl, which is like, you're hurting kids too on top of this? No. You, sir, are an asshole. I can't wait to see you get taken down. And he got taken down 2 weeks ago. So it just kind of left Christina. And I gotta be honest, throughout the whole series, I never really saw Christina as any kind of evil presence. She was just kind of annoying the heroes. She wasn't really antagonizing them. Yes, she does sketchy, mystical magic things, but none of it ever felt like it was coming from a malicious place. It always felt like it was coming from a place of curiosity, like, I wonder if I can do this and metamorphosize myself. Oh, yes, I can. She started this relationship with Ruby, but it never felt like she was manipulating Ruby to get something, and it never felt like she was trying to turn Ruby against her family. It was just like, yeah, let's start a relationship, I guess. The only reason I didn't want Christina to succeed is because succeeding meant Atticus would die. And I don't want Atticus to die. I like Atticus. He's a cool dude. But it didn't even feel like Christina herself wanted Atticus to die. It felt like she was just like, yeah, I gotta do this thing, and it says I gotta kill you to do it, so, if you'd just be so kind as to tie yourself up for me. Like, sorry. And I think a big contributor to my lack of joy in this whole finale can be blamed on the fact that I really just couldn't wrap my head around why. Why are all of these spells and things happening? What's everybody's end game? I'm usually pretty good at, listening to what the characters say and understanding what's going on in a plot. But after 10 weeks of the show, for the life of me, I don't understand what Christina is doing. She's casting a spell that requires spilling Atticus's blood because he is from the Braithwaite bloodline. I understand that. He is a descendant of Titus Braithwaite. But why? What is the spell going to do? If Christina had her way and she won, what would have happened? She'd be immortal. Okay. What does that change? She's not a tyrant. She's not a dictator. She's not making life miserable for everybody. The people who were doing those things, the sheriffs, the spirit of the owner of the house that Letitia bought, they're all dead already. The heroes killed them. And that was not the only spell that went on during this whole finale. So everything just kind of felt like a huge question mark to me. And not in a good way, not in an intriguing way, just in a confusing way where I'm like, I must have just blinked and missed when they said what this spell is supposed to do and why we're supposed to care. Because to me, this whole finale was just a mishmash of, I'm going to spill Atticus's blood so I can... Okay, well, to stop her then, we got to open this book of names and make a circle of salt around the ghost of Titus Braithwaite so we can... Huh? Oh no, Atticus is dying. I guess Gia should go over there and use her magic foxtails to grab him and also grab Christina, and then what? Nothing about these spells made any sense to me. I didn't see why this was the end of all ends for this show. Why does stopping Christina from being immortal mean more to the characters than fixing their own issues, than the whole discovery that we found out last week with the time travel of Atticus being his own hero? Everything we have seen the heroes go through and accomplish so far has felt more important than stopping Christina in this finale. It really just felt like she was an annoying person who they were just like, stop annoying us. It all felt just very nonsensical to me, which I guess if you've read H.P. Lovecraft, I guess it stays true to his form, because a lot of his stuff felt like he just dropped acid and then just typed. Speaking of which, we have now gotten to the end of season 1, and we officially got about 5.5 seconds of Cthulhu on this show, which, to be fair, is not a complaint. It's an observation, because if you go back and read all of H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos, we actually got more Cthulhu in this series than we did in his entire works. Yes, I will never stop bringing that up to my dying day. Whoever decided to call H.P. Lovecraft's work the Cthulhu mythos was being grossly generous with that word. It wasn't all bad, though. We got to meet Atticus's mom, and she was awesome, and I love that actress who plays her. Diana has a robot arm now, and a pet Shogoth all of a sudden. Again, nonsensical, but I guess that's cool. I like the image of this little girl with a robot hand and a Shogoth who follows her around. And hell, that scene where all of the heroes finally band together and they're driving to Artem and they're singing Shaboom in the car, that was the highlight of the whole series for me. That was my favorite thing Lovecraft Country ever did. I could have just sat there and watched that for an hour. That was so wonderful. In the end, the finale of Lovecraft Country just felt like an hour of people casting spells I couldn't understand in order to counter other spells I couldn't comprehend cast by villains with ultimate motivations that were just not clear at all to me. But I love the ride the show took me on, even if it ended on kind of an unpleasant jolt for me. I love this group of characters that we got to meet. These heroes were all so damn likable and so fun, and I love just the sort of chocolate box of horror that the majority of the season felt like, where it's like, hey, this week we're going to get a scary, road trip across America, and then this one we're going to get a haunted house, and then in this one we're going to get an adventure underneath a museum, Indiana Jones style. I loved all of that stuff and how it all somehow seamlessly fit together into one cohesive narrative, even though it did feel like a bunch of short stories that were just kind of squished into one box. In this case, it really was a journey over destination kind of thing. And hey, our lead actress is named Journey, so there you go. Anyway, that has been Lovecraft Country. What did you think? Did you like this finale? I hope you did. I hope you enjoyed it. And hey, if you did enjoy it, drop in the comments. Let me know exactly what every spell did, because man, that's lost on me. Anyway, my name is Andrew Fantasia. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you love HBO shows and Netflix shows and just premium TV shows in general, stick around on the channel, baby, because I cover all kinds of things. We're going to be talking about The Crown later this year. We're going to be talking about Cobra Kai Season 3 come January, so there is more goodness to come on Thumb Together TV. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you all next time, and until then, adios.